Hey everyone, Tapdawg here with Little Alchemist Helper, and today I'm actually shooting a video kind of that I've shot before but not really. So I made these top 10 videos previously, and it was looking at the diamond cards and what the top 10 were for each of the various final forms. So there's I have a video for Crushing Blow, Absorb, Critical Strike, so on and so forth. And I'll put a link in the description for all those if you haven't watched them before. But I realized when it comes to counterattack, the gold final form cards can be quite useful in heroics, especially when your opponent is using critical strike and crushing blow cards that are going to do significant damage to you, because how the counterattack card works is whatever damage is done to you, it gets directed back to your opponent. So with that being said, I thought it would be fitting to come out with a video of the top 10 counterattack gold final form cards. So I'm not going to try to rank the diamond and the gold together. It'd just be too difficult to kind of figure that out. In fact, it was really hard for me to figure out the best way to rank these cards, because when it comes to the counterattack, some of them might have higher attack but also a higher defense, and having a higher defense on a counterattack card is actually bad because you want to have as much damage done to you as possible. So I talked with the moderators in our Discord, and we came up with a two-tiered system where I would look at how much damage the counterattack card would do when you use the best two critical strike cards in the game. So one of them being Sniper, which is a 72 attack, 20 defense, and the other one being the Anna card, which is a 64 attack and a 28 defense. So it's a really high defense card but still does a lot of damage, and then Sniper does the most damage with the most defense. There's also a couple other 36-19 cards, but I look specifically at Sniper. And so what I did was I first ranked these by the amount of damage did to Anna, and then I resorted it with the amount of damage they did to Sniper. So whoever did the most damage to Sniper would be on the top. And then if there's a tie with the amount of damage, then the tie goes to the person who then did the most damage to Anna after that. So I hope that makes sense. I'll kind of explain that too on the rankings here. Some of them, they might just be one extra damage on Anna versus having the same amount on Sniper, and so that's how they were able to rank up just slightly higher or be on their own. But with that being said, I've got a top 10 list, and it actually has 20 cards because that's just how it happens to work out. But we're going to start with the 10th spot, and there's actually a three-way tie here, so I'll kind of go through all of these. But all three cards, when they're leveled up, would have a 25 attack, 18 defense. So that's first card's going to be Snow Cone, which you can see there. The next card is going to be Mr. Buttons, and then the final card is going to be Chaos Champion. And just to quickly go through these, Snow Cone you get from the Frozen pack, makes sense. Mr. Buttons is actually a boss card, so you can get him from fighting him, or you can purchase him through the Little Isles pack. I wouldn't recommend that. But then the final card here, Chaos Champion, comes from the Carnage pack, and Carnage pack is actually kind of cool because two of the cards on this list come from the Carnage pack. So if you're wanting to find a pack where you can get multiple decent counterattack cards, that is one of the packs you'd want to be looking at. So when someone plays Sniper against any of these three cards, you would actually reflect back 59 damage to your opponent. Typically 55 health is where the maximum health is typically, so you would pretty much one-shot KO them as long as you got an opponent that's using something besides Master Healer. And so your focus should be, if they're using Master Healer, to at least get their health to 59 by the time it's turn 3. So you could use that if you know they're going to play a Sniper, or if they're going to use any of the other 36 attack cards. When it comes to Anna, they don't do as much damage because obviously she's got a higher defense, so they only do 46 damage to her. So that kind of shows you on the high end of a critical strike card, but they usually will do between 46 to 59 damage as a reflection. Alright, looking at number 9th place, there's actually another three-way tie here. All of these cards have the same amount of attack and defense as these three, but they just have one less attack, I take that back. They lose both an attack and a defense, which is actually a good thing here because that means they potentially do more damage. So coming into 9th place, we've got Tapdawg. We've got Hamlet. And finally, we have Chaos Sprite. Tapdawg comes from the Canine pack. That makes sense. It's a dog, so it would go in that pack. Hamlet comes from the Insanity pack. And then Chaos Sprite, the one I have up on the screen, is actually also from the Carnage pack, just like Chaos Champion was. So both of these rank in the top 10 if you're wanting a pack, again, that would have multiple counter attack cards in it that are useful. Carnage is one of those options. There are 2 other packs I'll talk about later that are actually better than that in terms of rankings, but just wanted to talk about these. So again, when these cards are fully leveled up, they have 24 attack, 17 defense. So they actually have 1 less attack and 1 less defense. But the reason why they rank above the number 10 spots is because they do the same amount of damage with Sniper, 59 damage. But when it comes to Anna, because they have 1 less defense, they actually do 1 extra damage to Anna. So they do 47 damage to her. So typically when someone uses a critical strike against you, it would probably be somewhere between 47 to 59 damage that you would do. And that's why these guys are ranked number 9. All right, moving on, we're going to go to number 8. There's a 2-way tie on this one. The first one is going to be Elf King. And then the next one is going to be Pixies. Elf King is in the Commander pack. That's the pack with Leader, I believe. And then Pixies, which you see on the screen here, is from the Wizarding pack. Now, both of these cards have 2 extra attack versus the number 9 card. So they're 26 attack, but they have 18 defense. But because of that, they actually get bumped up just a little bit higher because they can do 60 damage to Sniper. On Anna, they only do 46 damage, so kind of similar to our number 10 spot. But basically, the less, I should say, the less defense a card has, the greater these cards would be in that sense. So again, it's between 46 to 60 damage on a typical critical strike card is what you would see with these cards, and that's why they are rank 8th. Moving up, just a slight change here. We're going to get to our number 7 slot where it's twins again. We got 2-pack. First is going to be Leaf Insect. And then next is going to be Dorian Gray. Both of these cards become a 24 attack, 16 defense. And so that means when they attack Sniper, they do 60 damage. And when they attack Anna, they would do 48 damage. So 2 extra hit points of damage onto Anna because they have 2 less defense. Again, counterattacks, the less defense you have, the better. So that's why these guys rank number 7. I don't remember if I said this. Leaf Insect comes from the Botanical pack, and Dorian Gray comes from the Undying pack. Moving on to number 6, we have another 3-way tie. First, we've got Goblor. Then we've got the Spectral Rider. And then finally, we have the Nadia card. So both Nadia and Goblor are boss cards, so you get them from fighting that respective boss. For Goblor, you can also get him from the Little Town pack. Nadia is from the Little Isle pack. If you were to ever buy any of the Little Town or Little Isle packs, I haven't got through this whole list, but Little Town has more counterattack cards that are better than the Little Isle pack. Little Isle only has 2, Little Town has 3. Again, that's just for counterattack cards. I personally would not recommend buying those packs, but if you did, Little Town would be your better option for a counterattack reason. So these cards, all 3 of them, when they're leveled up, are 26 attack, 17 defense, which means they do 61 damage to Sniper, and they do 47 damage to Anna. One other note to make on Spectral Rider, he's from the Phantom pack, and actually this is the next pack where there's actually 2 cards from that pack. This one, and then also our 4th ranked card. So this is 6th ranked and 4th ranked, which is pretty decent, but the best one is yet to come. And speaking of the best one, we've actually got our number 5 card, which comes from that best pack, and that's going to be the Crazy Pirate Dude. He's all by himself. He is a 25 attack, 16 defense, counterattack, obviously. He comes from the Scheming pack, which our number 1 card is going to come from the Scheming pack as well. But the reason he ranks higher is because he's got that 1 less defense. So when it comes to Sniper, he still does 61 damage to him. But when it comes to Anna, he does 48 damage to her. So just 1 extra damage to her because he has a little bit less defense. And again, you get him from the Scheming pack. Next up, number 4, we got 2 here. First one is the Chomp Dude Spirits. And then the next one is going to be Cat and Mouse. Both of those, when they're leveled up, become 27-17. Chomp Dude Spirits comes from the Phantom pack. Again, you can also get the Spectral Rider from that pack. And then Cat and Mouse comes from the Rat pack. That's where you get the Rodent card. Both of these cards, when they fight against Sniper, will do 62 damage. And when they fight against Anna, they will do 47 damage to her. And that is rank number 4. Moving up to rank number 3, we've got another 2-way tie. First is Slithers, and next is going to be Phil. Both of those are boss cards, so you would get them from fighting their respective boss, Phil or Slithers. And they are both in the Little Town pack. So again, I mentioned that earlier, that there's more from the Little Town pack. That's because of these guys. When they get leveled up, they are 27 attack, 16 defense, which means if someone used a Sniper, you would do 63 damage to them. And if someone used Anna, they would do 48 damage to her. All right, now we're getting into our final 2. First, rank number 2, all by him lonesome, is going to be the Chinchilla Raider, which is from the End of the World pack. This card is 26 attack, 15 defense. So it does the same amount of damage to Sniper, which is 63 damage. But when it comes to Anna, instead of doing 48 like the number 3 spots, they actually do 49 damage to her. And so that's why it is comfortably in second place. It's all by itself. But the winner is by and far the winner because it's the best counterattack card of the Gold Final Form cards. And that is going to be Lady Revenant from the Scheming pack, just like Crazy Pirate King, our number 5 rank winner. The reason why she is number 1 is because when she gets leveled up, she has 27 attack, 12 defense, which means she blows the competition away. When she fights a Sniper, she does 67 damage to your opponent. And when she fights Anna, she does 52 damage. So she's 4 above anyone else on Sniper, and she's 3 above anyone else when it comes to Anna. That's great. That's the difference between a win and a loss, I think, a lot of times. So for those of you that don't know, you use counterattacks as a kind of a defense mechanism, but you have to time it well because you want to make sure that your opponent's going to use their final form at the same time. Otherwise, it doesn't use as much damage, obviously. But that's going to do it for this top 10 video. I just wanted to go over the best Gold Final Form cards. I'll have another video out as well pretty soon. Not on these top 10s, because like I said, all the rest of these top 10s aren't that great for the Gold Final Form cards. But I'm sure I'll have another video out soon for you guys. So just keep staying tuned. And yeah, I'll see you soon. All right.